I do have a holistic health practice again. I'm very grateful. I've started that again, and I'll be doing online sessions too. So just real quickly, back in 2014, I got my CNHP, or I'm a certified natural health professional, also an integrative nutrition health coach. And this August, I will officially be a CHHP, which is certified holistic health professional and board traditional naturopath. So I'm very excited about that. All that to say, I have been looking for years and years for really great products that are all natural that could help my clients, obviously, and of course, my family. And so one of the things when I first heard about this, I thought, it's a sticker. I mean, come on, what is in here? But quickly, very quickly, I learned, I think I've been patching now for 9 weeks. It might be 10 weeks today, actually. I learned that there's everything in this little patch that is encoded with the little crystal matrix. And that, when you put it on your skin, is going to reflect light that's within our own body back into our bodies and stimulate, of course, with the X39. It's going to stimulate that GHK-Cu copper peptide, which then activates your army of stem cells that are in your body. And, we lose stem cells as time goes on, but for Pete's sakes, this wakes them all up and it gets them working again. So my story is that I mean, I'm fairly healthy. I was like, I did not expect to feel a thing. When I took this little patch and I placed it on my body just like that, I was like, okay, great, perfect. We'll see what happens. So 24 hours later, I'm on the phone telling people about this patch, and I'm talking to them. I'm like, you wouldn't believe it. I've got this patch. It reflects light back into my body. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it's really cool. And then I'm standing there. You've got to understand that 5 years ago, I had a permanent nerve damage injury happen to me in a softball practice of all things at 50 years old. I'm like, seriously, did I just get like permanently injured from softball when I'm 50? So I was like, this is crazy. A dude basically landed on me, crushed my hip, and I could not move. I tried to get up and run, and I couldn't even run after that. And I thought, oh no, but I just sort of grinned and bared it for a long time. So for 5 years, it's been there. It would flare up. Once it was flared up, yeah, I mean, I'm talking sciatic pain. It went from my hip, from the middle of my glute in my piriformis. It was a piriformis injury, and it would shoot down my leg. I couldn't sleep on my right side. And I thought, well, I'm just going to have this injury for the rest of my life. It's just always going to be there, and I'll have to just get over that. So again, fast forward to when I'm on the phone 24 hours after seeing April talk about this patch for the first time and really hearing the presentation, and Tracy and Lisa were presenting. And I'm telling this person 24 hours about this, and I move my leg and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm kicking my leg. I'm doing all sorts of things. I cannot feel any pain in my leg or my hip. I was like, this cannot be this, but you've got to understand this was a severe sciatic pain shooting down my leg and nothing. And here's what I'll tell you. Since that day, almost, I guess, 10 weeks ago, I have not had that pain again. It is permanently gone. I praise God for this because I didn't think anything would ever take that away. Now, as exciting as that is, then you fast forward to my dad and mom, who have been patching now for, I guess, 9 weeks. If I've been patching about 10 weeks, they started 1 week later. My mom has rheumatoid arthritis. Is quickly going away. I'm believing that and claiming that. She almost immediately was able to go about half off of the medicine that she was on. She's reduced it by half, which is wonderful. But then there was my dad. And my dad, about probably over 20 years ago, had a very serious injury on a job, and he had fallen down a ladder and he damaged his back pretty good. Like, I crushed some vertebrae, all that good stuff. So he had to have some back surgery. Now, my dad was extremely active. He's still really active, but certainly because of that, he, had to give up a little bit of mobility here and there throughout the years. He had given up golf. There are things he's not doing because his back hurt. Fast forward to COVID, of course, the COVID time that we went through, and he got COVID and it made his back pain worse. So for about 5 years now, he has been just not nearly as active as I felt like he should be. He was sort of down in his back a lot. His neck also hurt. And he also had an itching ear that would not stop itching. And that's been probably a good, I don't know, 15 years or 12 or 15 years. So my dad started with X39. Then he had the E on. He didn't take it. He stuck it on because, of course, these are non-transdermal, which is amazing. He put both of these on. And for a couple of days, he's like, okay, I'm feeling a little better. Now, everyone keep in mind, my dad turned 80 this year in February, and he's a very young 80, I think. And my mom is very young in her 70s and just amazing. They're amazing parents. Mom had him go ahead and try X49 as well. So we've got 3 patches he's using. And I want to report to you today that all of his chronic, horrible back pain is gone. All of his neck pain is gone. And his ear that has itched for years and years, and the doctors had tried to do all this about it, couldn't get it. His itching ear does no longer itches. And I think that's just as remarkable as the back. So I want to just let you know that this is life changing. And when you see it help your parents, I don't even call my parents like elderly. They are not elderly. They are very young and active. Thank God for this now because of X39 and Eon and X49. So woohoo, it, brought life back to my parents. And that is my story.
Wow,
That is
Tammy,
fantastic. So
that
exciting.
is amazing.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, maybe this patch isn't for you, but who is that person that you love so much and that you want them to be healthy and happy and you want them here as long as possible? And we always think about our parents. And we want them here with us as long as possible. So what a beautiful way to extend their life and add life to their years. That is beautiful.